It feels very good. I think the people in Serbia is similar to Brazil in parts of the sport, fashion. And since I got here, they treat me. I feel home. They treat me very well. And yeah, I think the team as well. Since the first day I got there on the locker room, they treat me very well. They help me with everything, the coaches. So I feel very good here.
Who would you say is the guy who kind of took a mentor role, or maybe gave you some pointers, advice when you first came here to Belgrade and Partizan?
I think everybody, the Americans, they helped me a lot. James, I think, is the one that is still doing the same thing since I got here, like giving heads up, talking, having a good relationship. His mileage, I played against his mileage in the G League when he was with the Warriors. State, yeah. So I think we have a good connection together. But yeah, those guys, since I arrived, they helped me and still helping me right now.
What's the first thing they told you should like look for, or any first advice you get?
First, they said that it's a lot of information, so if I have anything, I can ask them, because they've been with the coach for a lot of years. And stuff from outside about like apartment and this kind of stuff, who to talk with and to get me already going. I think those things they helped me at the beginning.
And it seems like you have a connection with the fans like immediately. First game, second game, they were cheering your name. You were like interacting with them. It seems like that's your personality, outgoing guy.
Yeah, I like that. I like to interact with the fans. I think the more connected we are with them, I think is the better. They are kind of like the six players, so I think having that with them it helps us, and it's an even better atmosphere. We feel like home. Like the first day I got there, I felt butterflies in my stomach for 5 minutes straight. But after I got used to, and since then I go in there on the court, I feel great.
And could you compare it to Brazil? I mean, I don't know how Brazilian basketball is. Is it popular? Do fans like pack the stadiums?
It's growing. Some teams they pack the stadium, but it's not even close to what we have here. But it's very similar with the soccer, football. Football is the same as we have there. But I think for basketball they cheer even more than soccer in my hometown.
And what about you growing up as a basketball player in Brazil? It's kind of not expected, yeah? How did you come to love basketball, play basketball?
Even I didn't expect it. Before I started playing basketball, I didn't know what basketball was. I had no idea. I used to play soccer, volleyball, and other games in the street with my friends. But my sisters, they were already playing professional volleyball, and my mom always put us in sports when we turned 12. So when I turned 12, she was gonna put me in volleyball because that's what she knows. But my sisters knew already about basketball, so she told my mom to put me in basketball. So I was going to just to learn basketball in a city 1 hour away from my house. So I think 2-3 times a week. I take a bus 1 hour, go practice. Then they had a team that it was gonna make my age. So that's how I started.
And what was life back as a kid? I know you. How do you pronounce your hometown?
Pirapora.
I had trouble. But how was life as a kid there?
It was good. It was a small town. Probably everybody knew everybody from the city. It wasn't, I think, 18,000 population. but it was, yeah, didn't have no violence there. It was very free. We had a lot of space for us to play around. Had lakes, mountains, everything. So I had a very good childhood.
And what was the first basketball idol, or maybe the first guy you saw when you started as a kid? Like, okay, I want to be like this guy.
I think no, I think I didn't have a role model, but my sister was playing in America, so she always used to talk about Kobe Bryant for me and the things that he says, like don't let the person that he's guarding to score and stuff like that. So I think it stuck with me, and I always had that mentality and always trying to get better. And since I started, I saw where it was the best thing to get as a basketball player. That was the NBA. So I think that helped me get better and keep improving instead of like go small steps. And I think I accomplished a lot already in my career, but it's endless, the situations, opportunities. So I'll keep going forward and keep dreaming high.
And you remember probably everybody was comparing you to Giannis, saying Bruno is the new Giannis because of your frame, because you can handle the ball, shoot the ball. Do you maybe think that those kinds of comparisons maybe put too much pressure on you at such a young age?
I never was a guy to put pressure on me. I'm always calm. I don't know if you can see on the court, but I'm a very chill guy. I don't keep pressure, I just give my best on the court. And I think the best always happens. But the comparisons, I see it, and sometimes I think some things that he does, I can't use it in my game. I just use that, take some things from other players and add to my game and try to play my style.
But you're definitely a unique player, played so many positions, reinvented your game. You can play outside, you can play inside. How did you come to evolve your game from a small forward to a big guy, a 5-man?
I think...
Did anybody tell you, okay, you should be a center?
No.
No.
When I started, I always played small forward. I played power forward in the beginning, but my coach always played us open, like one big man inside and 4 open. So I was used to that. And after a certain age, I was only playing small forward. And I always used the mismatch. I didn't have no idea, but I always used the mismatch mentality. If I get a tall guy, I play outside so I can drive. And if I get somebody smaller, I play inside. So when I start playing as center, I was doing the same thing, playing like a small forward. The only thing that I had to change was my weight. I think I was lighter to guard some guys like Jokić. I guard him a few times, and he's way heavier than me, so I had to improve my weight. So that's what I was focused on, improve my weight so I can contain more guys and be a true center, so I can play all the positions.
Okay, I have to ask you about Jokić, our best player. Everybody talks about him. How unique was he? You said you couldn't guard him with lower weight. What was that matchup like?
I was trying hard. With my athleticism, I could change a little bit his shot, but he's a great player and he's very tall, so it's difficult. But I don't know. I always try to figure out ways to stop. So maybe if I had more time, I would have figured out something. I don't know how it is, if it would be the matchup right now, but I'm always, my mentality is to keep getting better, keep seeing things that I can use it to stop my opponent. And yes, but he's an amazing, legendary player.
Yeah, of course. Do you remember any other matchups in the NBA that kind of you still remember guarding that guy or playing against some other star?
Yeah, Kevin Durant was one guy that was hard to figure out something to stop him. I guard close, he drives, you give space, he shoots, you guard perfectly, he makes the shot. So it's just hope to him to miss the shot. Stephen Curry, I think those guys, they really in a different level. Inter has good players, and those guys, you can't really do too much. Just hope them to miss the shots because they're very good at basketball.
And then you made that transition to Europe, played in Germany. How was that journey?
It was good. Before I played in France, they have a good league, very athletic, they play fast. After I went to play in Germany as well with Iago. It's even faster paced over there. I like it. I like to play fast, so I think it was good for me to adjust to that game and yeah, play fast basketball.
And Iago, another guy that's super popular in Serbia in such a short while. He's in Red Star. You're in Partizan. How do you? I guess you guys talk on a daily basis. I know you're good friends.
Yeah, he's another guy that's very good. Even if he's my friend, I try to make it difficult for him. So we play in the national team. Him at that size, he's great. He's a great player. And coming to Belgrade to play the same city as him, it's very nice for me because we're far from home. So we try to be supportive to each other, even if we are rivals. But yeah, I can't wait to play against him and play my hardest. I think it's gonna be a good game.
I guess that's going to be a special night. Two Brazilian guys in the eternal derby. It's so much. What did the guys tell you? Do you know what happens? How does it look, that game? Because it's kind of a special game.
Yeah, Iago told me a little bit. I think the derby was a little bit before I got to Belgrade. He told me that the fans, it'd be crazier than any game that I ever seen it. The altercations and everything is just crazy. But yeah, I can't wait to leave that and to play that game. I'm very excited.
And I have to talk about Coach Obradovic because he's a living legend of Partizan. How do you view your communication with him? What does he tell you? How do you view the entire experience you playing for him essentially?
Coach Zeliko, he's a great coach. I had good coaches, but him is really in a different level. I appreciate every day to be able to learn and to see how he sees it. Probably I'm not even close to what he thinks, but I'm starting to get in more and more. He helped me a lot with small details, and I appreciate that a lot. So every time he tells me something, I add to my game, and I keep improving. Offensively, he's I think the best, like by far. The person that I've seen it is just amazing. I just like to enjoy it. Understand what he trying to give to us, and yes, I think the way that we are playing right now is thanks to him and his coach, his assistants, and I'm just enjoying. I think I'm learning so much about basketball now, and in a short time, and I can't wait to spend more time.
And just a couple of more quick questions. Football in Brazil, who do you cheer for? Who's your team?
Santos.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why? Is it a family thing or kind of you grew up watching it?
I think it's a family thing. My dad, I think his time was Pelé used to play there, and in my generation was Neymar, so it was fun to watch. They have always young young players. Yeah, sometimes they're not doing so good, but it's the team that I love and cheer.
And if you're not an athlete, what would you want to be? What would you want to do?
I used to think soldier.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
That's the first answer.
Yeah, I don't know why, but growing up, I had a mindset if I wasn't a basketball player, I would have followed a career in the army.
Yeah. Why? What kind of, is it the fighter's mentality? Is it the camaraderie? What made you think that way?
I think everything. I think the training that they have, the posture, the
respect.
The respect, for sure. I think everything, the authority that they have, something to defend. I don't know. I don't know so much about it, but I think that's the things that I had in mind.
I guess with this kind of answer, it's safe to say that you love your country, that you love Brazil.
Yeah, but before I didn't have so much thought about my country, but when you play for the national team, I think you feel that, and more and more every time I play, it just grows the love.
And last thing, what would you wish for the next year? For yourself, I guess.
For the next year?
Yeah, for 2024.
That I do a great season this year, and next year is just a continuation of that